What's going on, guys? It's Gendo here, and welcome to episode 26 of the World's First. And today we're going to be taking on Chorley away from home. But of course, before we get to that, we must go over all the matches that we have played over the last month plus. Start out really great, ended on a little bit of a sour note due to losing a key player, but hopefully we can bounce back with a win today. But let's get into those matches. Following that dismal 0-0 draw to Boston in that live com, we then took on Durham at home and defeated them by the score of 2-1. Andy Gascoigne getting us on the board first in the 59th minute, and then Elliot Pond just at the death of the match, getting the match winner. 8 shots, 4 on targets, 53% possession. Everyone played rather average on the day, but I did like how our wingbacks contributed, not only defensively, but offensively. Both Louis and Scott Duxbury getting assists on the goals. And ultimately, this was the one time that we play rather average and we get ourselves a victory. So a good 3 points to help push us closer to that coveted 5th place, that last promotion playoff spot. In the next match, we didn't make the most of the majority amount of possession as we only came away with a 1-1 draw to Salford. Salford getting on the board first in the 54th minute, but then Danny Potter just 4 minutes later evening up the match. But that was only 1 shot on target. That was 1 shot on target out of 2. And we really just were not clinical in our finishing. Overall, we had 5 shots taken. Salford had more than double, and I thought for sure they would have came away with all 3 points on the day, but defensively we were able to hold them down to just the 1 goal. Would have liked to had all 3 points, but at the end of the day, a draw away from home is probably the best result. We then put first place Filed on their back foot from the off and didn't let up in a very shocking 3-0 victory. Luke Wright, Elliot Pond, and Benny Igihan all the goal scorers, as we only limited Filed to 1 shot on target. We had 18 shots total, with 6 of them being on target, almost 60% possession. This was definitely a day that everyone played rather great, and this is what we need. These are the type of results that we need if we want to get up into the playoff spots. This, however, has to be a record. Our 9th 0-0 draw of the season, and to be quite honest with you, we deserved not scoring any goals this time around. Yes, we may have had the majority of possession, but we only had 5 shots taken compared to Leamington's 12, and the only thing we could take away from this is 3 yellow cards. Louis apparently was player of the match. I don't know how, probably some of his defensive work, but other than that, very, very boring. And like I said, this has to be a record. 9 0-0s in a season. I don't want to hit double digits in that scoreline. We then found our finishing touch once again as we defeated Ilkeston away from home by the score of 3-1. Benny Igihan getting himself a hat trick for the first time all season, I think, as we took 11 shots, 8 of them being on target, and had 55% possession. Ilkeston, not for lack of trying, they did have a lot more shots than us. Their finishing not quite as clinical, and they got a consolation goal 7 minutes from time. Overall, everyone played rather well, and of course, Benny Igihan with the 3 goals. Elliot Pond has been slowly dropping off. He's only had 1 goal in the last 5 matches, I think 2 goals in the last 5 matches, so he's dropping off from his pace that he had set at the very beginning of the season, and I just hope that he continues on, picks up his form over the rest of the matches for the season. The loss against Guiseley definitely hurt twofold, as obviously we didn't come away with any points at home, but also Elliot Pond is now out injured for the next 3 weeks with a concussion. My whole offense runs through Elliott, and if he's not out on the pitch, we lose a considerable amount of attacking prowess. We lose a considerable piece to our strike force, even though on the day we had 15 shots, 6 on target, and had almost 60% possession. Losing him for the next couple of matches is definitely going to hurt. Benny is obviously going to stay up there. I may have to move Danny Potter up as well, because he can also play striker, though I really don't want to use him as a striker. I want to play him back in a center attacking mid role, but only time will tell to see how that actually works or hinders us. But in the next match, it definitely did. And in said next match versus Solihull Moors, we lost by the score of 4-2. Benny Igihan getting both of our goals on the day. However, Solihull just put us on the back foot and didn't allow us much of a chance. We only had 6 shots, 2 of them being on target. Majority possession, but Solihull Moors, in their counter-attacking style, were able to constantly hit us on breaks and just put our defenders out of position. We really couldn't do anything about it, and we lose our 2nd straight match in this run. Very unfortunate after the great run that we had, a very nice unbeaten run that we've had for quite some time to just lose 2 in a row thanks to losing Elliott Pond. I'm not happy. I'm not happy about whatsoever. Those back-to-back losses definitely hurt us as we were flirting with the playoff spots before, but losing 2 straight has dropped us down into 9th place now. 47 points through 32 matches. We are 6 points behind 5th, which is, of course, the spot I am shooting for. And Chorley sit above us, just 3 points above us. If we beat them, we're definitely going to move ahead of them based on goal difference. Will that eventually push us into 7th? I don't know. It all depends on how Ilkeston do in their match. But the top 5 are as follows. Boston United winning the league right now, but 1 point ahead of Lowestoft, then Fylde, Stockport, and AFC Telford sitting in 5th. So let's get into today's match versus Chorley, where a crucial 3 points is needed. We need to bounce back with a win. So there's going to be no change in formation as we take them on in a 4-4-2 narrow diamond, and this is what the starting lineup is going to be. Callum Williams in net, Louis, Lewis, Kennedy, and Duxbury along the back line, with Andre Jones being the defensive mid. Anderson and Gascoigne will be the 2 center mids, with Danny Potter as the attacking center mid. Elliott Pond makes his return because I totally forgot when I started this episode I was still 6 days back from the Chorley match. So Elliott Pond makes his return from concussion, and Benny Igihan also the other striker. As I said, definitely a match that we need 3 points from if we want any chance at pushing into the playoff spots. So let's kick off and see what happens. Early on in this match, Chorley with the ball. We've had 62% possession, but that could mean squats. Oh, it's off the post. Oh my god. Chorley have been dominating us this match. They've had 5 shots already. It's another one just past the post. Just about 19 minutes gone. We have the ball now. Kennedy up to Jones, who tries to throw it forward. The passing has been shocking. Even though we've had just about majority possession, the passing has been shocking as we give the ball away again very easily to Chorley, and they're going to hit us on a counterattack, I'm sure. We are just all over the pitch. That's a ball in, and it's another good save from Callum Williams. I gotta say, we are very fortunate that we have not given up a goal just yet. With the shocking passing and then turning around, and we haven't been doing very well in the finishing department, but we could get it here. Louis, ball falls into the box, but we can't do anything with. Oh no, this is going to be a goal. Stephenson out to Hardy. Okay, played it wide, so our defense is back now. Theoretically, we should stop him here. It clears the way for a corner. So we reach halftime, and Chorley have been all over us counterattacking wise. We've had 54% possession, but we could not turn that into a shot. We've had 4 shots, none of them on target. Chorley, yes, they've had double-digit amount of shots, but fortunately for us, only 2 of them have been on target. Obviously, both saved by Williams, but the amount of attacking chance that they are getting, it's gonna break us down, I feel, in the second half if we don't do something about it. We need to tighten up at the back. We need to start marking some people and prevent them from doing anything major. So I'm not liking what I'm seeing, so I'm going to let the guys know that, turn it on in the second half. Do something. And then we'll go back out there for the second 45 and see what happens. So looking at what Chorley are doing very well, they're spreading the ball around, and it looks like number 11, number 6, and number 9 are the 3 key players that I need to mark down. So that's what I'm going to do before we kick off for the second half. Just has not been a lot of good possession and some good movement on our side. We have had a shot on target. We could get a second one here. Igihan, cross it in. It's cleared away, and Chorley now coming up with it. Stevenson for Chorley. If we can just take him off the ball, that would have been great. But instead switches the pitch, and here they come once again. Duxbury cleared away. You can't let him square that ball up. It's gone out for a goal kick, but you can't let him square it up. Neither side has had very many chances on goal. Bad passing, but Potter does have it back. Once again, like I said, bad passing has been our downfall this game, and it's eventually going to lead us to lose. Off the post. Off the crossbar, actually. Chorley are getting closer and closer with their 14 shots. They've only had 2 on target, but any minute now, I feel, they're going to get a goal. Another corner in. Is this the time? No, it just goes wide of the post. 12 minutes left. Throwing for us. Duxbury gets it to Alec. Oh, right. Benny's one-on-one. He didn't need to take that shot. And I made all 3 my subs, so with Benny Igihan going off injured, we're going to have to finish this match with 10 men. Very, very unfortunate. Well, you know how I was saying earlier in this episode, I don't want another 0-0 draw? This marks our 10th 0-0 draw of the season. Yeah, to say our offense is spotty is an understatement. We go through some patches where we score tons, and then we go through some patches where we score nothing at all. This is another day where we scored nothing at all, but it's a draw, it's a point. I know I shouldn't be mad over a point, but the team, just how they played, it's mind-boggling that we continue going through ups and downs, and so far it's been more down than up as of late. The team needs to turn around if they want to push into the playoffs for what's the word I'm looking for? If they want to gain promotion. Of course, the word is promotion, but this team as of late has lost its spark, and they need to do something to get it back, obviously. So let's go check out the schedule, and we'll probably come back for the last match or two of the season. We will check and see who we're going to face. So with that draw, we actually dropped down to 10th place. We're still 6 points off of 5th. However, us going a spot down means another team that we have to jump later on in the season. And this is what our schedule is going to look like for the rest of the season. Honestly, a few winnable matches in there, but definitely some tough ones as well. You have 2nd place Lowestoft, you have 5th place Telford, but then when we come back, we're going to do a double live comp at the end of the season because, hell, those 2 matches could very easily turn the tide and push us into the promotion playoffs if we win both of them. And I feel they're very winnable matches, too. You have Altrincham, who are sitting near the bottom of the table, and then you have a mid-table side in North Ferriby, who the team are looking to try and get revenge on because I believe we drew against them earlier on. Actually, yeah, right here. We drew against them 1-1 away from home. So we're looking to try and get revenge on them. So when we come back, double live com that could potentially determine the outcome if we are going into the playoffs or not. So when we come back, Altrincham and North Ferriby. So until that time, I'd like to thank you all very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new and you want to see more FM content on the channel. Any comments, suggestions, questions, or anything else, please leave in the comment box below. But as always, this is Gendo, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, and peace out.